Hi guys, so this is my analysis on DXY. What am I expecting on DXY? If you watched my previous analysis on DXY, I said I'm expecting a bit of a down move on DXY before we now continue to push to the upside, because I'm still seeing a bit of like a bullish momentum on DXY before we now know what next we are supposed to do. So what am I expecting now on DXY? We can see my previous analysis. I said there is a possibility that we'll push to this side right at this level right here, my first target around this level, and we might start continue to push it from the other side. But as you can see, there was a push down to my negative 27 percent fib level, and it also gets to my negative 61.6 level, and we can see it's still rejecting after that. So since this has been done, let's reanalyze and see what next on the current price action. So let's zoom in and see. So as long as we are still above this trend line right at this level right here, we can still push to the upside. So I think let me go to a bigger time frame just to see it a little bit more on what we are seeing. I think there's a possibility that we might still push down a little bit to maybe my it's 8.6% fib level or 78.6% fib level, around that area, and that area aligns with my aligns with the third touch of this trend line, but we can continue to push to the upside. That's still a possibility I'm seeing. So as long as we are still above this current zone right here, we can still push to the upside. So that is what I'm seeing right now. So based on this current price action, what am I saying? If I zoom in a little bit, we can see there was a break of structure here and a retest around this area. So that shows that we are still going to continue to push to the downside. So let me draw my fib, let me draw a trend line on this current price action just for us to see how that might play out. We can also draw one to this side as well. Let me change the color of that one, so that will give us a little bit more insight on what to look for. So what are we looking for right here? We can see I can draw a trend line around this area right here. Let me draw a fib from point A to point B. Let me change to white. Let me leave it as white. Okay, so I draw my fib already. So what am I expecting for it to do? Right, I see a possibility of it pushing to, I see two possibilities. My first possibility is we can see there was a break of structure around this zone right here, and that zone is my 50% fib level right at that level. So I see a possibility that we might push up a little bit to 50% fib level before we now continue to push to the downside. That is my first analysis of pushing it up a little bit, or we might just push it up a little bit to my negative 61.8 fib level to touch this trend line, so we can have a third of trend line around this level. Let me zoom in a little bit, because we know that whenever we get to this trend line right there, we are always bouncing off this trend line, bounce off this trend line, bounce off this trend line, bounce off. So we might come to my 61.8% fib level to bounce from this trend line as well, then move to the downside. That's another possibility I'm seeing. And another possibility I'm seeing also is we might just wick a little bit to this right at this level right here. We might wick a little bit to this level right here, and that is because there is an imbalance right at that level that needs right here before we now continue to push to the downside. So this will be my target as of right now on what we think might happen. So for the down move, this is my first target here, and my second target will be around this trend line right here. So I can just draw a bit of a trend line right here from here. Maybe let me just see, maybe around this level right here to touch this trend line right at that level. So see something like this, then my target around this area. So this is just a quick analysis on DXY and my scenario that I think might happen on DXY. So hope this is insightful, guys. Don't forget to share, comment, and like, and I'll see you in my next analysis. Thank you for watching.